Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my Back to Beauty No Buy year. This year I am concentrating on using my makeup and not buying it. Today's video is my Shop My Stash for March. I am super excited to review for you the products I used in February and show you what I'm going to be working with for March. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for February, I actually had my girl Angela from Beauty by Angela shop my stash for me. I was having a little creative block and decided that it would be fun if I gave Angela free reign over my inventory and let her pick out what I'd be using all month. So the first thing that Angela picked for me was the Winky Luxe Kitten Palette. I did receive this in Boxy Charm in like 2017. I really love this palette. I did not find myself reaching for it a whole lot over the month, but that's because Angela and I started the new series Pan That Palette Partners, and as well as I've been working really hard on my Pan That palette. However, the times that I did use this palette this month, I'm reminded of how versatile it is. Even though it looks like kind of an odd color story, this mustard is very versatile. This brown helps it to be versatile. Overall, it's just really stunning. I will throw up the picture that I did in my Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me. I really, really loved how it turned out. So this guy is not going anywhere. I do love her. She will definitely be showing up in my Pan That Palette Partners rotation at some point, and I'm really glad that I got a chance to use it this month. I did, however, decide after February that I'm not going to be including any eyeshadow palettes in my Shop My Stash. I just think it's going to hinder the progress of my Pan That palette as well as the Pan That Palette Partner series, where I actually do Shop My Stash for 4 palettes each month and use them along with my Pan That palette. So just so you know. The next thing that Angela shopped my stash for was the Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edit, The Needs palette. I love this palette. I'm specifically a huge fan of the face shades in here. The shadows are great too. I really enjoyed this shade this month, and I did use these shades quite a bit to set down my primer because the Jaclyn palette does not have a matte color that's close to my skin tone to set down my primer, which I do a lot with the Jaclyn palette. I will say I'm not a huge fan of this shade Passion right here. I can't even tell what it is, to be honest. It's kind of, it's metallic, but it isn't. I don't know. Just not a big fan of that shade. Also, not a huge fan of it being so close to the face powder. I think, you know, maybe they could have put the 3 lightest shades here next to the face powder and put the darker shades further away, because especially given how small the pans are, I feel like I have to be super, super careful reaching into this powder no matter what size brush I'm using, because this really, really dark shade is right there. And of course, we don't want that on our face. The only other thing that is not my fave about this palette is that there really isn't a light shimmer shade for the lid. This highlight right here, while it is stunning, it does not function as a shimmer eyeshadow for the lid. So I find I really can't make a complete eye look with this insofar as I like to apply my eye makeup. But like I said, I love the face shades in here. I like all the eyeshadow shades other than maybe Passion, and so they will get used, but she's going back in my collection for now, and there you go. Ooh, doggy. My morning started out a little rough. I didn't have cream for my coffee, and therefore I didn't have coffee until like 11 a.m. No bueno. All right, next was no surprise to me in terms of a product that Angela picked from my stash, and it is the Patrick Star and MAC I'm Not Blushing Blush Duo. I love this. It's pretty funny because a lot of times when I ask Angela to pick out a warm blush for me, this is what she picks. And so this does have 2 shades, and so it makes it really versatile. You can use either of them separately as blush, or you can swirl them together. I find my favorite way is to swirl them together, but I do like the versatility and the ability to use them separately as well. This is a phenomenal formula. It's the only MAC powder product that I have, yeah. So I can't speak on whether it compares in terms of formula to non-limited edition collections, but I do really like this product, and she's not going anywhere. Next, we did have the Hello Fab Mango Butter Multi-Stick in the shade Champagne. Looks like this. Just a beautiful, soft champagne cream highlight. And I really like this product, actually. I did find that I prefer to go in directly with a brush onto the product and then apply it to my face versus applying the product directly to my face and attempting to blend it out. I just felt like it moved my foundation around a little bit and that I didn't quite get the blend that I was looking for. So this is the brush that I ended up liking to use. This is a crown brush that I received in BoxyCharm. So I would go in like so and then kind of like press it where I wanted it, buff it if I needed to, and it was very quick and easy. I could see using something like this a lot this summer when I tend to go without foundation a lot more. This would be really easy to just add a glow to the skin, and I like this product a whole lot. Then we had the e.l.f. Stardust Glitter Eyeliner in the shade Pink Opal. This is really beautiful. It was kind of a fail in my Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me because you guys couldn't see it. Even in the up-close pictures in good lighting, it was hard to see it on my inner corner. However, someone did make the suggestion to apply it over kind of like a darker shadow for a pop of glitter and shine. So I am going to try it that way. I do like this product. I will continue to use it. It just wasn't the biggest success of the month. And then last, we had 2 lip products that Angela picked for me. One is my very favorite lipstick from MAC. It is the shade On and On in their Frost line. Oh, I love this. It has a sheer plummy base with a turquoise reflect. One thing that I did discover about this product this month was that as the lipstick part wears away, there's some turquoise glitter left behind on my lips. This is not a huge problem for me because I love this lipstick. I just reapply, it looks fine, no biggie. So I do love this. It's still a favorite for me. Highly recommend this color. She's a fave. And then last, Angela shows the Tarte Tartist lip paint in the shade Flaming Hot. She did declutter this to me, and it is a beautiful color. It's almost like an orchid pink sheer shimmer with glitter in it. But here's the deal. I'm trying to curate my collection through Shopping My Stash, through my no-buy year. The goal is to get to the end of my no-buy year and have only things that I love in my collection or that I will use. That being said, my daughter loves these. I had decluttered my lighter shade to her. She wears it every day. She feels really special when she wears it. And ultimately, this is just not my favorite lip gloss formula. This kind of does the same thing that the MAC lipstick does, and that is when the gloss wears away, you have glitter all over your lips. And for the MAC one, I'm willing to reapply because it's a comfortable and nice formula. This is very sticky. It's just not my jam. It doesn't look fantastic on my lips, so I've decided that I will be decluttering this to my daughter. She's going to be very excited. In fact, she had written down on her birthday list, which is coming up at the end of March, that she wanted another one of these, so I think she'll be surprised and stoked. So that is it for the month of February. I hope you guys enjoyed the mini reviews on the products that I've been using all month long. And let me go ahead and show you the products that I'll be shopping my stash for in March. So for poops and giggles, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the lippies first. And I did pick 3 this month. Like I just said, I am working on curating my collection through my No Buy Year and through my Shop My Stash videos. So I did pick 3 lippies this month that I really just haven't formed my opinion on 100%. And so I want to work with them as much as possible, decide how I feel, and move on from there. The first one is one that I got at Marshall's. I've had for a long time. It is the Bite Beauty High Pigment Pencil in the shade Amarone. It is what I'm wearing, but I'm wearing it kind of as a blotted lip. This just twists up. And this is the shade. Very pretty, very much a shade I would wear. It's shiny, which is a little different than what I normally go for. But it is a comfortable shade. See, this is why I blotted it. Kind of a little much with the eye I have going on today. So that's the first lippy I'll be shopping my stash for. The second one is one that sort of just hangs out in my collection. I think one thing is it's a little darker than what I go for in a typical nude, but this is the NYX Pinup Pout in the shade Resistance. I looked for these pinup pouts like forever. When I first heard them come out, I was like, wow, something that's geared like kind of vintage is what it was supposed to be like. I was all about it, finally found them, and I picked this one. It is a beautiful shade. I just need to sort of form my opinions on this product, get to know it, get to know the formula. So I'll be using that this month. And then the last lippy is one that I inherited from my girl Angela. It is the Stila Stay All Day Matte-nificent lipstick in the shade Coquille. I don't know how to spell it or say it. I'll put it on the screen. But it is this beautiful, cool-toned mauve shade. Angela was not a fan of how it looked on her, but this is what it looks like right here. I'm hoping I can make it work for me because I did feel like it was a good formula the one time that I tried it on. So I'll be working with that this month. And then loose powder. This puppy has been hanging out in my collection for well over a year. I am now in the habit of using loose powder. I need to use this one, see what I think. And this is the Stellar Cosmic Glow Loose Powder in the shade 02 Glow. It's just your typical loose powder. I do have it on today, and you know, we'll see how I feel. If nothing else, I mean, there's not a ton of product in here, so maybe I'll just work on panning it so I can get to using the loose powders that I prefer. Next is something that I've been really looking forward to shopping my stash for, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Radiant Blush Kit. You did get 4 blushes in here, and I really like these. Even though they look kind of matte, or even if you look up close, some of them seem to have a little micro shimmer to them, they are really glowy on the skin. I'm wearing this shade today, which is called Breeze. It's a very beautiful pink, rosy shade in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to diving into this. I want to try all the shades individually as well as learn whether I like mixing them or not. I've had this in my collection for a while. Again, this was a deal that I found over at Marshall's. I love this. I just don't reach for it, and I think it's because I don't know it well enough. And then the last product for March is a product I received in my summer FabFitFun box for 2018. It's the Tarte Tartist Pro Glow palette. I didn't choose this for myself, obviously, because it came in a subscription box, so I think that's part of why I don't reach for it, but I also think it's the same case as with the ABH blush palette, that I just don't know this palette well enough, so I don't think, okay, I want this kind of highlighter today, so I'll reach for the Pro Glow palette. I don't feel that way. So I'm hoping this month, by working with this and getting to know it better, it will cause me to reach for it more in the future. Oh, and I am wearing this today as well. I'm using this shade right here, which is called Stunner. So that's it. Those are the things I'm shopping my stash for in March. Really excited to dive in. If you are in the habit of shopping your stash, what's in your stash for the month? And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. And I will see you in my next video soon.